Okay, let's dive in. We're looking at some really interesting source material today. It's all about how we build real strength, you know, mastery.
Yeah, and not by taking the easy route, which is tempting.
Exactly. The source is some excerpts from Strength from Struggle, The Path to Mastery. And our goal really is to unpack what it says about, well, facing challenges versus looking for that easy out.
And what that means for actually getting good at things, for success.
Right. So the first big idea it jumps into is something we probably all recognize.
That tendency we have to look for the quick exit when things get difficult.
Yeah, that immediate pull away from the hard stuff. It's almost instinctual, isn't it?
It really is. But the source argues pretty strongly that giving in to that instinct, it actually holds us back.
Hold us back how?
Well, it says taking that easy path, it stops us from developing the actual strength we need. You know, the strength to really compete, to achieve mastery in the big areas, career, health.
Prosperity, yeah. Things that matter.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just wish for success there. You need capability. And avoiding the struggle means you don't build it.
So it's like short-term comfort trades off against long-term ability. The source uses an analogy, right, about athletes.
It does, yeah, a really good one. It talks about top athletes. Says they aren't winning just because they have, like, fancier gear.
Okay, so it's not the shoes or the racket.
Well, that stuff helps, obviously, but it's not the reason they win, according to this source.
So what is the reason, then? What gives them the edge?
It's the hardship they've gone through, the strength, the skill it's forged because of difficult preparation, not in spite of it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it specifically mentions things like intense mental prep, building that winning mindset through really grueling practice.
Strategy, too.
Strategy honed under pressure, absolutely. And just relentless work on their skills. That's what sets them apart, and it all comes from facing difficulty.
Which ties right back to that core idea, the main thesis stated pretty bluntly in the text. Strength comes from struggle, not from taking the path of least resistance. Pretty clear.
No ambiguity there. And it goes even further, doesn't it, about hardship.
Yeah, it calls it, what was the phrase?
The greatest teacher we will ever have in life.
Right. So it's not just practice for the next challenge, it's fundamental learning.
Exactly. The idea is that difficulty teaches us things. Resilience, perspective, how to adapt in a way that comfort just can't.
Wow, okay. Hardship is the ultimate classroom. So let's bring this back to you, the listener. Why should this perspective matter for whatever goals you're working towards?
Well, if this source is right, it fundamentally changes how you might look at challenges, doesn't it?
It suggests maybe we shouldn't always be looking for that easy way.
Exactly. This material really argues against that instinct. It frames struggle, hardship as essential, necessary even, for building real strength, for getting good at things, for developing skills that, frankly, apply everywhere in life.
And thinking about those athletes, again, it's the inner stuff, the grit, the skills built through that struggle, not just the external things.
Right. And calling hardship the greatest teacher, that really reframes difficult times, potentially.
Definitely. So, based purely on what this source argues, it leaves us with a pretty provocative thought, doesn't it?
If strength really does come from struggle, and if hardship is the best teacher, what does that mean for the challenges, the difficulties you might be facing right now?
What could you potentially gain? What could be the hidden upside if you chose not to take the easy exit this time?
Yeah, something to think about.